Hello, and welcome back to my channel. This is Reality with DVD. How you doing? And on Mother Winnie, this is going to be my episode recap of Tyler Perry Sisters, season 7B, episode 18. Where do broken hearts go? Now, let me just say this before I get started. I'm about to tear Andy's ass all through up and through this review. Okay, y'all ready? Let's get started. So Penelope calls Goofy and she's terrified. She's just up against the wall crying. I'm so tired of Tyler Perry, and the rest of them making it hell for a week. As the seasons have gone on, I have been wishing and hoping that they would give this girl a backbone. But she's getting more mealy and mild as the seasons go on. Stop it, Tyler Perry, because these characters are supposed to be powerful. You are taking all of Andy's strength. I told you I got something for Andy throughout this whole recap. So down to the bank where Maurice is unprofessional and he hasn't got fired yet. I think Sabrina is too busy being his friend because he is too unprofessional. So the Caucasian dude that works there, he's like, can you help the people who are not being helped? And I don't know why all the men in this bank happen to be homosexual, but okay. I guess they doing the stereotype that male tellers are gay. What the fuck? I've had plenty of straight male tellers. What is in the world? Okay. Neither here nor there. It's amazing how people with no lips have so much to say. Sabrina's like, hold up. Come on, calm down. Now, what's weird, though, is that she don't get on to the Caucasian people like she gets on to um, Maurice. But Maurice is the one who is getting away with not doing really any work. So a handsome guy walks in and Maurice, who is that fine specimen? And Sabrina, oh my. So we don't find out who he is, but we find out later on that he is in the episode. Later on in the episode, that he is actually trying to do an expose on successful bank branch managers in that area. And Sabrina has plenty to be proud of. I wish they'll stop putting her in those horrible outfits. I mean, like I said last episode, can I just put her in one of Andy's suits? Because she's coming into her power, and she's becoming more powerful than Andy in these last few seasons. Shout out to Sabrina. So we discovered that Maurice has a crick in his neck, and it's because of the soft ass pillow that Grayson put on my bed first. Up to my pillows, then my oxtail. He's gonna let go of those baked oxtails. That doggone Maurice. I mean, like I said, sometimes he's just too over the top. It is too unrealistic that he carries on this way inside of a banking establishment. When I go into banks, when they taking all of my motherfucking money, or they putting some money in, or I'm taking money out, it's always peaceful and serene and quiet. Why? Is it peaceful and serene and quiet in banks? Because it's like Target. You're supposed to go in there and get a good dining experience. Shout out to Erica Daniro. She talk about those dining experience in regards to everything. Okay. So Karen has an issue. Mama calls and she lets her know that she's gonna still come to the ultrasound appointment. And she's like, well, Mama, I'm going to have to take you up on that offer. I just want you to be the only one to come. Girl, I'm not a substitute for the daddies. Well, if Zayat comes, he's going to let Fatima bulldoze her way in. And then if Aaron comes, he's going to be fine for daddy of the year. Well, and you ought to be happy. These children are going to have extended parents. You carrying two babies by two different daddies. Use your common sense. You have been pregnant for 16 years. So it is time for you to understand how important having a village is, my lovely. But then she tells her mother about the liability insurance lapsing, and it's all Pam's fault, of course, because she ran up a credit card doing her side business. And all this time, it never occurred to Karen to get in on that ice cream. Shout out to the little rascals. If you know, you know. But her mother puts it in her head, and that is exactly correct. So Pam comes waltzing in late, and Karen has a bone to pick with her. But back down to the bank where nobody goes, but somebody, Tyler Perry must have been listening to somebody's recaps, because there are more people in the bank than Maurice isn't helping. And Maurice claims to be Sabrina when the handsome gentleman comes over and lets them know what he's about to do with Sabrina. So the guy's name is the money. But we get down to the nitty end of the gritty. Miss Major Tab comes over. Major Tiff. I don't know, is it Tiff or Tab? Whatever. She comes over to Danny's house. And she has Danny's vape pen. Now, Danny does smoke a lot of gunch, okay? But she confronts her about that, and she lets her know that, me and Tony, Macaroni Baloney and Tony, have been married for 11 years. No, you're his ex-wife, and you're not going to intimidate me and get me out of my man's life. You better tell her, Danny, because your children are little badass things, okay? And so Tony actually thinks this idiot is dating someone else. She wants you wide hips, and you can't see that. You're not listening to Danny. Press to listen to Danny. Moving right along. And she tries to intimidate Danny. So back at the Ratchet Law office, we have Fatima and Andy. And Andy is clearly shaken up. And of course, Miss Marie brings her ass in there, so she interrupts Fatima and Andy. But the thing about Andy is, on this show, and a lot of characters on this show, at least they aren't saying, "Are you sure?" in every scene. Whew. Back down to ruthless, they keep saying. I think that's only Tyler Perry right now. Ruthless and over. When is he gonna let those people out there come back? That's neither here nor there. Back to the episode here. You have, yes, I am a Tyler Perry fan. Confessions. I watch a majority of his shows. Is that fortunately or unfortunately? However, go catch my movie review for Diabolical. That's the title that I put on my thumbnail. Divorce in Black. That actually was good to me. Okay. Back to Sisters. And Tamara goes to see Gary, and she's ready to blackmail him as usual. You don't want to fuck with me. So he pulls her in close and kisses her and says, "See, bitch, I can have you if I want you." Oh, Tamara, you're supposed to be smarter than that as an escort worker. Your puss worker. Girl, you getting involved with this psychopath. Girl, do you know he's a psychopath? Have you noticed that there is no Penelope? I'm just saying. So Karen calls Zach and invites him to the doctor's appointment to see the babies, and Michael is there at the house. Now, normally Michael is in school. Oh yeah, today he's sick. That's right. That's right. Anyway, Deja comes over to pay her rent, which she's paying it late because Deja's been over there taking care of that baby by Cam Newton, his many harems of women and babies that she's proud of because she got a rich nigga. Remember that? Okay, that's what Deja did. So now she's back on the scene with a gangster, and she's paying her rent late as usual. So Zach tells her, forget about the late fees, even if Fatima is a staunch, which Fatima shouldn't have anything to do with that. But anyway, she's a staunch renter, and she means business about the damn late fees. And he tells her, don't worry about the late fees. Come watch Michael for me. Oh, boy. Well, he did call Fatima and let her know she could come. And she told him just find somebody to keep the baby. I mean, where is this nanny that they were supposed to hire? So down at the airport, where Danny can go into now the VP, Father Macaroni, belonging to Tony's office at any time instead of being at the agent's desk, where she is an agent, supposed to be sending people on their flights. She's getting her feet massaged. So she lets Tony know about her visit from Major Tim. And he's like, well, he's being too casual about it. If he really wants Danny, he needs to speak up to Major Tim. But now he's giving her too much leeway. And she says, well, your badass kids are stealing my stuff. Then he says that, you have to be more cognizant of how you do things when you're babysitting my kids. Yeah, but Danny is a single woman. Danny lives in a cramped little studio apartment that she's been living in for 7 years on this show. Stop doing Danny like that. They make decent money down to the airport, especially as an agent, and especially with her being there forever. And her old boy is an agent. See, if she was still with Preston, she still wouldn't be in that little cramped apartment because he was paying the rent over there. I hadn't heard the VP say he was paying anything over there. Maybe she went in that cramped living space. His children wouldn't be able to just go right around her little partition and steal her things. Stop, Tyler Perry. Stop making Danny look like she's all poor and living off her friends. I know she's supposed to be that friend in the friend group, but let's see some successes out of Danny, especially since she's with the VP. You allow Preston to take care of her. I haven't seen the VP do anything but sucker and take her on dates. And have her keep his badass kids. But anyway, she's like, they need ass whoopings. And he said, it was a different time, Danny. You can't just whoop them for everything they do when they act out. My parents did, she says. And he says, well, it can't work like this. And I just plan on making it more comfortable between you. Not when you two. You can't do that when you are acquiescing to everything that the ex-wife says. I'm just saying. So, Father Macaroni Baloney Tony tells her, well, I mean, you didn't turn out that great with those ass whoopings. You're a pothead that's in therapy. And you're a divorced single dad too that's in therapy. I mean, you did encourage her to go to therapy. Now, Danny's maturity came through in this scene because she was like, you telling me that I have to do certain things when your kids are around But why not teach them not to take people's things and teach them good manners? Correct. I'm with Danny 100% on that. She said, we're not going to resolve anything. She gets up and walks out and goes back to work. So who's been doing her job this whole time while she's in there talking to Tony Macaroni Bologna Tony? Can you make these work scenes a little bit more realistic? I'm just saying. A little bit more professional down to the empty bank. A little bit more professional at the wretched law firm. A little bit more professional at the airport where Danny is supposed to be sending people on good flights to wherever they're going with a smile. I'm just saying. Instead of getting her feet rubbed by phony macaroni and bologna Tony. Side note, I'm getting sick of Miss Marie. But Karen agrees, and the next thing, Karen agrees to talk to Danny, and they miss each other, and Danny lets her know they have always looked down on her. But, Danny, some of that is indeed your fault. I mean, girl, you do lean on them a lot for finances when you can excel if you would stop sitting over there in that little studio apartment smoking weed, letting phony macaroni and bologna come over and tell you what to do. So Karen gets it off her chest, right? One of my best friends in the whole world sides with everybody besides me. Well, she means Fatima, but she's like, I feel betrayed because you told my business and you told one of the fathers of my children to get a paternity test. Then you turn around and tell Sabrina before I had the chance to tell. Points for Karen. Danny, you told him to get a DNA test because I was a hoe in college. Fatima, Danny says, well, it's not like I was out there plotting and scheming against you. Points for Danny. She wasn't plotting and scheming, and she thinks Fatima is cool. That's the point. She can't get over the fact that Fatima's in a friend group. Andy brought her in the friend group. Why is she blaming Danny for liking her? Danny tells her, you belittle me. You make me feel like I'm the lowest common denominator in our friend group. And I'm sick of it. Yep. Points for Danny. But then Danny admits that she has her own issues with a side baby mama. And now she can understand how Karen feels, being that the side baby mama is always interfering. And if Karen was cool with the side baby mama, Major Tiff, then she know that she would feel some kind of way. Oh, yeah. Points for Karen and Dan on now. I think I would be mad at my best friend if she was cool with the side baby mama too. However, again, it was Andy that brought Fatima into the friend group. And she kind of expected Fatima to be cool with everybody. But Karen would have been cool with Fatima, and she was cool with Fatima until she found out that she was messing with Rich Zach. Poe Zach, she probably wouldn't have minded as much. I'm just saying, move right along. So, back at the wretched law firm, we have Andy and Hayden and Miss Marie's ass. Snooty behind, but she's supposed to be the rich woman of the show, and Pam comes in and, I know you, and she gives her a big hug. Honey, I can give you some of this root to riches. And Hayden is looking down on Pam like, oh, how dare you invite such vermin into our law firm? And then Andy's like, what the hell, Miss Marie ended up liking her. And then he tells her that he can guarantee that his PI will find out more information on Miss Marie's low class draws. $1 for his draws, husband. And then it says, what if your PI can't find it? Andy said, Andy says, what if your PI can't find anything on her? You worry about finding more things to do in litigation and leave Mr. Marie to the grown-ups. Well, I mean, you are sexing that old lady, so there you go on that. And he was like, and leave the law working to me. And then she said, shut up, Hayden. Because Hayden is really making them laugh, because I read, like, now Hayden used to be on High School Music. I knew him from somewhere. But I read where Fatima and Andy have to fight to keep from cracking up, because he loves to do practical jokes in the scenes. And he's so funny that they can barely hold the scene together. So I'm thinking that's why she just said, shut up, Hayden, because that might have been ad-lib. It seems like it was, because she probably was laughing at him. She gets a message from the Creep Squad, a.k.a. Gary Borders, a.k.a. Jasmine's ex-husband, a.k.a. the baby Miller. Put a K in front of it. And then she walks away. Shook it. I tell you, he got her shook it. So, at the hospital, they're getting ready to take a look at the twins. Everybody's there. The gang's all there. Zach and Miss Lisa, no Fatima. And Karen said, well, I did say you can invite Fatima. And he's like, Fatima has some work to do. And they get all excited about seeing the babies. But here we go. We're at home, and Deja is there, and Fatima walks in, and Deja is terrified. And she's like, get your ass out my house. What are you doing in here anyway? So she explains to her that she took care of the baby. What Fatima should have done, and this is my opinion, she should have thanked her for watching the baby and thought about what she actually told Zach. She just don't like that lady, but you can't let them see you sweat. You already beat the lady up, so keep it pushing. So after the ultrasound, Zach comes in and he knows he's in trouble. And so he asks Fatima for a kiss. And she starts choking. But he apologizes to her. But he's like, this appointment was very important. You did tell me to get anybody to watch it. And she did. And that's what he did. But Zach, the history between Deja and Fatima. And she knows that Deja has a little small crush on you. That was funny. Michael is feeling so much better. Getting Deja's ass to come over here messing up my good furniture. But he's upstairs with Angela, who you should have called in the first place. I didn't even think about Angela because you just really wanted to get Deja in here in the first place. Yeah, Deja ain't bad to look at now. She ain't. Even though she like to rent niggas. She probably wouldn't even, Zach's character's not rich enough for her. It's Cam Newton rich. With him and his 6 kids, then you still have to take care of. And plus her. But that's nothing. I mean, he's a rich nigga. Next time, call Angela. And then she says, if you ever have a bitch in my house again, I'm going to be going to prison for double homicide. Are we clear? Where's Madam? How come Madam hadn't taken care of Gary yet? I'm waiting. Everybody's waiting. So Sabrina is at dinner and getting ready to do her interview. And she brings up about how, you want to now come and interview me after I had gone to prison for something I didn't do. Oh, we don't want to put that in there. No, 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 no. Let's not do that. Yeah, you don't want to put that in there because she was fired. And that will put a stain on you for not doing a proper investigation. Honey. Not Rich. Bitch Rich walks in and he is talking to Sabrina. Like, okay, well, you know, what's going on here? You know, this is my lady. Talking about the fact that I just told you I was involved. Told him I was involved with you who don't want to give me a baby. You don't want kids. And sexy interviewer says, you know, I would love to have a bunch of children with a beautiful woman like you. I know that's right. I keep telling you, girl, let him go on back over there to Bros and do what he does over there, being a hoe. And you get with somebody like the interview, Mr. DANNI Mix, whatever his name is. Boy, that rich and his bald head was jealous. Well, to end the episode, then ANDI goes over and ends her relationship, tearfully ends her relationship with Jordan. He's confused. But she said things haven't been great for some time. You know, she's in this beautiful relationship with the guy who she has no chemistry with on this show. Oh, I wish just for like this season, First Jordan hadn't got that job so we could have seen the development of the relationship between those two instead of this new dude, because I just don't see that fantastic love story between them. And it seemed like it was developing when old Jordan was on here. But I know he went on to bigger and better things, I'm just saying. But, you know, it's neither up there. I would have liked to have seen that. You know, with a more masculine Jordan. I'm just saying. Oh, and that, my friends, ends the episode. Where do broken hearts go? Come on in, come on in. You're invited. But when you enter my house, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell button so you can be notified when I do these fabulous Tyler Perry Sisters recap. Even though I might get the names mixed up sometime, I'm 49. Okay. But it's really because ANDI and DANNI kind of rhymes, and plus they both have the boy names. You know what I'm saying? It's neither here nor there. Come on in, enjoy. Don't you enjoy me doing Karen's voice? That fake southern accent that Karen has. Because she's always sure. She's been pregnant for 16.2 years. That's neither here nor there. I try to make it light and entertaining. Again, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And as I do when I close, I'm going to chop them up juicy.